Hey again guys, I'm going to do a tutorial today on how to set up a PC for modding with your PS3. I have seen a few tutorials on different things, and it's like you have to watch half a dozen videos to work things out, and they're usually not overly comprehensive, as most of the apps are already installed on their PCs, etc. So I'm going to go back to basics on this, and I've uninstalled everything on my PC, so we're going to go through every step of the process of setting up your PC with Filezila and Ccapi and Tmap and the whole deal, and we're going to do the basics as well, just totally set up this PC. So obviously you guys who haven't who have just received consoles or just getting into modding can watch the video and not get stuck on any points or anything like that. So we'll start from the start, and that is in the description of this video. There'll be a download, and so you download that and you'll get a file. The file is full of links, and we're going to go through every link and totally set up this PC for PS3 modding. So where we'll start at, I think, will be just the actual PC setup. Now, a lot of RTM menus and connection menus give false positives, and if you've got virus protection on your PC, you either won't get your download, or say it's dangerous, give a false positive, or it'll block Ccapi, and all these sorts of things go on. So I get around this. I know you can put exceptions in, but I personally just I don't run any security at all, and I use a program called Malwarebytes, and I scan my computer every couple of days for rats and malware and crap like that. So but you'll have to also take your firewalls down, so we'll have a look at that first. So we'll just search through, and we'll just go to control panel. So you go to control panel. I'm on Windows 8.1. I hate Windows 10, so however you do it on Windows 10, I'm staying on Windows 8. Okay, so if we want to, first of all, we want to have a look at our system and security. We want to go to firewalls. Now, as you can see, mine's all turned off. Now here's your settings on how to turn off your firewall. So mine's already turned off, but it says turn Windows firewall on or off, so you hit that, and I've got it all turned off, so nothing gets blocked. Okay, and you'll want yours the same if you want it to work correctly. Now with Malwarebytes, again, we're just having a look at the downloaded text document with the things. I've got a link in it here somewhere. Okay, Malwarebytes. Now Malwarebytes, I like it because it's not only does it do a good scan, but you get a free trial period, but it doesn't fill your computer with shit when the trial runs out, and it still works very well. So you'll open your browser, and you'll just simply paste in that link that I sent, and it'll come up, and you'll do the free download down here, and you'll get your whereby it's down, it'll turn up like this, and when it does come down, you open it up, and there'll be all sorts of things enabled, firewalls, etc. So you'll want to go to your settings and detection and protection. Go to general settings. Advanced settings is where we want to be, and you'll just want all of these unticked. Okay, so then there's not going to be any firewalls or anything stopping your downloads. It's just going to be sitting there, so that every couple of days you just hit this button, the scan button, and it'll scan your PC and take out any shit in there that you don't want, mate. So yeah, that's that. Now I also use Google Chrome. In Google Chrome they have their own firewalls in it. So if you go to this top right hand screen and just go down to settings, scroll down to the bottom of that page and you'll see show advanced settings. Hit that and come down, and all you want to take off is protect your device from dangerous sites. Yeah, that's all you want to take off, and then once you take it off, it's all done, it's all set up there. Okay, so that's our basic start up there. Let's get rid of a few of these browsers. Alright, so now we'll start with this, and you'll need this pretty much straight away to actually, if you don't have it already, to unzip this file, the download. A lot of files are in zip fashion, so if you don't have a unzip on your PC, I like WinRAR. If you don't have it on, you can't open this download, just type in RARlab and in your browser. I've got the link here, so we'll just type it in like you don't have it. Okay, so just type in to your browser RARlab and you'll get this up. Okay, and go to there, press that second one, and I use WinRAR 64-bit, and just press on that, and that brings down the exec file. Press on the tab, press yes. Okay, now we'll go through our install process. The first button you'll press install, next page you'll press OK, and then it'll just done, and then you've now got WinRAR. This page will pop up. It's just shortcuts, etc. If you want them on your desktop, just yeah, you don't need it. Drop it down, exit off, and that's it. You've got RARlab on your PC. It'll come up with trial period ended, but it keeps working after you. You'll notice when I unzip things, it'll say there's a trial period expired. You just X off that and it works perfectly anyway, so don't worry about that. So that's our RARlab looked after. We can unzip our files. Now the next one we'll go to is Filezila, and Filezila is how we connect our PC to our console's file system, so you can change menus or change things on your console that you want to change, whatever it might be. So we'll go there. If we just copy the link I got there, enter it in, and you'll get this page up. Now there's two downloads that you can do here. The one that you want to do is this first one, Filezila client. You don't want to do the server, you want client, so we'll hit that, and then you get this screen up. Hit the download. We'll get our download now. Skip off this, don't know what it is, just crap. And our exec comes down, and here it is down here. Again, just press on the tab. Yes. Agree to their terms. Press next. Now on this screen, I like to stop at this screen and put desktop icon. Just tick that. Press next. Press next. And install. And that finishes our install for Filezila. It opens it straight away, so you can just close it off, and you'll see your shortcut here. That'll appear on your desktop. I like to just put it down here in my taskbar because I use it all the time, and then just get rid of my shortcut because, as you can see, my desktop is pretty full of shit anyway. Okay, so next, have a look at our next one. Oh, actually no, we'll set up our Filezila. That's what we'll do. Okay, so to do that, the first thing you'll want to do is we'll go to your console. Hang on. Okay, so we're on our console now, and we'll go to the game file row, which is where all your package files are, and you'll want to find Rebug Toolbox. I apologise for this, but when I go in here it makes a staticky noise, so yeah, it's going to happen. But you go in, and on the first thing you'll see there is system information, so press into that, and you'll see there your console's IP address. Now take a note of that address, and go down to where you put your Filezila, open it up, and simply type in your console's IP address. I recommend a static IP address. I'll do another tutorial on doing a static IP another time. This one's going to be long enough. So that's my console's IP address. I press quick connect, and bang. Now we've got access to all our console's files from our PC, and you'll see all your Sprix menus. I've got other tutorials on how to put in menus, but yeah, you'll see everything's there, and there's, yeah, but your whole file system you can access via Zilla, and also over here all your PC files, so you can transfer files, etc. So that's Filezila done. We'll move on. Next one's Ccapi. Okay, so now Ccapi, you can, with Ccapi you can, if your firmware that you're on, okay, again, if you're still in the same box there, you're on Rebug Toolbox, it'll tell you what version of firmware you're on. This one's on 4.70, but and that kind of determines on what Ccapi version you want to use. So you'll generally have Ccapi on your console, and now to find out what version you want to put on your PC to make the connection, you simply go to this icon here, console control, and it says, it'll tell you it's 2.60 in. Now I would go a step further into Ccapi here. Now, because this icon is on your console, doesn't particularly mean that it's installed, so you can check that by just going into it. And press OK on the first screen. Now that tells us our version, we're on 2.60, and if you read under it, it says this program will uninstall console AP. Are you sure? Okay, now if it says uninstall, you want to press no, but if it says do you want to install, press yes. Obviously it's not installed if it says if it asks you if you want to install it, but in this instance I've got it installed on this console, so I don't want to uninstall it, so I press no and simply go out of the program. So now we know that this particular console is on 2.60, with the latest revision being 2.60 revision 7. Okay, if your console says that you're on 2.70, which if you're on a firmware that's higher than the last rebug firmware that supports 2.60 revision or 2.60 Ccapi is 4.75.3. When you go to 4.76, you need to have 2.70, and the latest revision on that is 4. And I've also got a link to that one, but in this case I will go through the 2.60 because that's what's on this console. So I'll go once again, go to my link, just copy it, and put it into our browser. Hit that, and we'll get to Instane World, who are the devs or developers of Ccapi, and you'll see here 2.60 revision 7 Ccapi. We just want to press on it. Okay, it's come down, and this has come down as a zip file, so we'll use our WinRAR. And this is the screen, the notification screen. Just X off that. Now all you want to do here is press extract to desktop. Okay, and it's done it. You can simply X that off, go back to your desktop, and if you have a scout around, you will find a folder. Here it is, Ccapi package, and you open that folder. Now you've got two folders inside that folder. One's PS3, and that's the folder that you use, that's the one that you use to install it into your console, so we don't want that obviously at this point in time. what we're looking at is say our PC here. So we open up our PC and you'll see these two just in install text and the exec file. Just press on the exec file, press yes, press next, 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 and again I stop at this one and tick the create desktop icon so it's I can easily find it. Press next and then install. That'll install the files, and again I'll just launch it. So we'll launch it and set it up. Okay, it's come down, it's still got a memory of all what I've got in here, but again we'll once again use our console's IP address, which we found in Rebug Toolbox, to add a console. Okay, so firstly, to add a console, you go to this top left hand side, press file, add new console. It'll ask your PS3 name in this top box. You can call it anything you want, so we'll call this one anything you want. And now we have to put in our console's IP address, so we just type that in. Okay, so here we are. That'll add it to this. It's obviously got a memory from when I've downloaded it before, but so now if you want to connect your Ccapi, which I will use for RTM menus connections, but we'll get to that, but just to show that it's all set up now and working, and to test it, now you just right click on the actual one you want, press connect, and it says, if it comes up with success connected, that means everything's worked properly. So that's your Ccapi setup. We can move on now. Okay, the next one on the list is 2.70. Yeah, so it's the same deal with that. So now we'll move on to Tmap. So with Tmap, first of all we copy the link that I have here, and put it into our browser once again. Download it. Mediafire often does an ad that has just come up. You just X that off. So, yeah. You press keep on that. There's nothing dangerous about Tmap. Now with Tmap, I like to have a lot of things done when I can. When I use Tmap, I've got my my Ethernet connected from my console to my PC. So you can get it to work on Wi-Fi, but yeah, this is how I'm doing it at this point in time. I always use Ethernet when I'm using Tmap. Okay, so now press on the tab, Prodigy Tmap, press yes. Now it'll do its install. You'll get this screen up. Press it, it'll already be ticked you want it in to install, so just press next, press OK, and now it will go through the processes of installing your debugger and yeah, all your system files. Okay, so this box come up, it was installed successfully. I press OK. Unlike the other apps that we've done so far, it doesn't give you the option to have a taskbar, so you have to find the files. To do the files, you press on your folder here and you go to local disk and find your program 86 files. Okay, open that up, scroll down, and you'll find SN Systems. Okay, SN Systems is Tmap. That's the launcher. I just got to find it here. PS3. Okay, bin. Okay, PS3, and then in your bin. Now you'll find a mass of files here. Now the one that you want, you'll see a couple of exec files with these little black, there's 3 of them here. You'll want the top one, and you'll highlight it, right click on it, and press run as administrator. Press yes. Okay. Okay, I've already got mine's in here from a memory, I'd imagine, so I'll take it off. Take it off. Delete code. Okay, that's what I want. So this is the screen you'll have here. It'll just be a blank screen like that. Now you'll want to, over here it's got underneath the file there's a little green one, add target. Now the name once again makes no difference, so I'll call it makes no difference. Okay, now before we move on, what we want to do is press on debug station, and press on that and highlight it. Press next. Now in here, the next page is where once again we're going to need our console's IP address, so I'll put that in here. Again, just to refresh your memory, you find that in Rebug Toolbox. So we've got that in there. Don't touch the port or anything like that, just type in your IP address here, press next and press finish. Okay, so we've got that. Down here you'll see, because we've opened it up, we've got a on our taskbar there, we have got an icon there. Now you'll want to right click on that and just press pin that to taskbar. Just okay, just so it's another one so you know where it is, so you don't have to go finding. It says available. Okay, so we'll test it out. I'll have to go into a game actually, but actually no. Okay, so you can just test it out just simply by just right clicking on it, and it says connected. So connected means it's working. Now we're going to have to have a look at our debug settings for Tmap to work, so we'll do that right now. Okay, so you scroll over to your settings screen and scroll right down to the bottom, debug settings. Okay, I'll slowly go down here so you can see how mine is set up. The one that you want release check mode, that you can have that on development, whatever. but the one that is important, boot mode, system software mode. Now this is the one that's important. Network settings for debug is on single settings. And that should, if you just, I'll just go again slowly up. You've got your settings the same as mine. It'll connect all fine. There we go. Now that's our Tmap setup. Okay. What's next on the list? Okay. So now basically your PC's set up. You've got your connections. You've got your file access. Okay. You've got your malware bytes. If you want to do the same as I do, there's a link there. Now I'm going to link a site that I personally use, and it's a good site for lots of tools and menus on there that you can download, and RTM menus, etc. So the site's called NGU. You can just copy that. Now it's free to join up, and you can get your get all your downloads and everything, lots of games, lots of RTMs, lots of menus, all sorts of things in here. You do have to join up. It's free to join up, but if you pay for Elite, which is pretty cheap, you get extra sort of content, you know, Elite stuff, and yeah, but you don't have to pay to access the general forums. Now I'll just give a quick rundown on how to use this site. Okay, so the page, that when you open up your home page, it'll be like this, but if you go to forums, now what you want to find, say we want to one of the Call of Duties, or there's GTA, or popular games. That's where you get various games, but we'll just say Call of Duty, any of them, Call of Duty Classics. So you'll hit that, and then you look down and you'll think, okay, which game do I want? And I'd say it's Black Ops 2. Now that'll bring up another box of sub menus. Now there's zombies, there's the questions, where you can ask questions, and you'll get good responses generally for any question that you have. There's a thing here for services, people advertising their services, but what we want to do in this case is just straight multiplayer Black Ops mods and cheats. We want an RTM. Okay, so we want to look for well, now again, another sub menu. Now our modding tools, that's our RTMs, and our GSC and scripts are Sprix menus and GSCs. So, but in this instance, we'll look for an RTM. Okay, so you look down there, and there's plenty available, let me tell you, and most of them are free. Okay, so you just got to make sure that it's the right version, and by that I mean the right update version. So we're on BO2's on 1.19 or whatever now, so yeah, so you just go to scroll down through and have a look through it, what you want to try, and you can try any of them that you want. Well, we'll just, yeah, just pick a random one here for no particular reason. Okay, so that's the tool there. You have a look at it, have a look through the forums, have a look at the credits, you know, like what people say about it. If you get a generally positive sort of thing, yeah, tool does not open. We'll see if it does, eh? Okay, so we'll find our download here somewhere. Okay, download. Press on that. Take it to your link. X off this ad there. And there we go. Here's our particular RTM that we've chosen to have a look at. Again, WinRAR, all you have to do is extract to, press on desktop, press OK, and it's BNZ it's called, so we'll have a look for it. Okay, so here it is here. Now with RTMs, there's a couple of forms. They come down with open source, or they have, or they're just a single exec file. But so if you've got all your application extensions and that sort of thing, don't be concerned here. The one that you're looking at every time is application. The rest will say application extensions and other bits and pieces, but you just go to the one that says application, and it's generally got a different icon. Okay, and you right click on that, press run as administrator, press yes, and we'll just have a look at it, see if it opens. There you go, it opens. Alright, now to connect these tools, alright, you don't connect them until you have signed into PSN and gone into game, otherwise it'll just freeze the tool. Now you'll have your options of which connection you want to on every one of these RTMs. It'll give you either Ccapi option or Tmap option, so you just click whichever one you want to connect by. If it's Ccapi, you just go press on the Ccapi, press connect, and it will bring up a box. Okay, and to do the attach, you press the current, and this is where I say a static IP address comes in handy because it never changes. So I'll get to a tutorial on doing static IPs, or there's plenty out there. So, but yeah, so that's the one we just wanted. I'm not going to attach because I'm not in game and I haven't signed in. So yeah, so you just highlight that, click on it, press your connection, and you press on that connection, then you press on attach, and all RTMs are the same. So get rid of that. Okay, and we'll get rid of that and go to the next on our list, Malwarebytes. We've already been through that. Now TeamView, this is a program that in case you're in trouble, you don't know what to do, and you have a trusted friend who does know what to do, you can install that app on your desktop or your PC, and the link's there, and you press in it, and it's the same as all the others. Actually, I just seen it on my desktop, I haven't uninstalled it. So all you have to do is press on download TeamViewer and go through the process. But actually it will give you yeah, I'll see what it does because I already have it on here, but I'll try and do it again, see if I can get it on twice, just to show you, because there is some options here on this download that I want to show. Okay, this is the option that I want to now you want to just go with the pre-installed basic installation and personal. So you press accept and finish, and what you'll end up once it's installed with is this icon here. Okay, now if you want to use this icon, what it does is give someone else access to your PC so they can take control and fix up a mistake or help you out or do whatever you need them to do. So to get that to work, you simply double click on the icon that appears, and there, if you supply your ID number here and the password and give it to the person, they can then connect. Now it is fairly secure in that if I was to close this down now and stop the session, and that same person was to try and access your PC, you'll notice the password's changed. They can't access it, no, so you can't get around that. Every time you close it down, it gives a new password, so it's fairly secure. Now, for your GTA users, just a couple of the license menus. I've given purchase links here. Serendipity, Last Team Standing, LTS or Lexicon, they're all great menus, so, and they're worth every cent. The difference between, say, an unlicensed menu and a Sprix menu and a license menu is generally they have more functions and they are regularly updated, and so your license covers you for every update that comes out. So I do recommend, at some stage getting yourself, if you're a GTA player, getting yourself a license menu, license, and yeah, getting yourself on top of the menus and getting the best of what's available out there. So that's about it for setting up your PC, guys. You're totally set up now, and you can run RTMs, access your files and everything like that. So thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, I'll catch you next time. Thank you.